Today on a Front Row, 3 weeks and days after the April 24, 2023 general elections, the 5th House of Assembly is off to a start, and legislators are admonished to adopt a leadership style that is not selfish. Honorable Corinne George Massicott returns to the House of Assembly and faces her first debate from the get-go. Honorable Stacey Mata becomes the first member of an opposition here in the Virgin Islands to sit as Deputy Speaker. And on this edition, you will also hear from the first-time legislators and two on the opposition who are back after being out for a term. The details right after a word from our sponsors.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Opiate. Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. I vote for Cowboy. As a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.
Now for the details. It was a full house at the Multipurpose Sports Complex, Rotang Tortola, on May 18, 2023, as hundreds gathered for the first sitting of the 5th House of Assembly. Among the audience was Governor Albert Bryan Jr., who led a delegation from the Virgin Islands of the United States in a continued show of sister territories' support. And as the proceedings got started, all heard that leadership matters, one that is not selfish. That's said by Reverend Dr. Keith B. Lewis.
Permit me this morning, on my own behalf and that of the church community, to congratulate all 13 of you, who by the vote of the electorate have resulted in your appointment to the House. Each of you have loudly indicated to the public when campaigning that you are a person of faith. Among you are members of the Methodist Church community and other faith communities. But I will say this morning. We as a Christian community will be listening to, and we will be engaging with you in your deliberations as you set policy directions for the territory at this crucial juncture of our lives. We will continue to pray for you, to give you all the support, personal and otherwise, and encourage you. But we will not hesitate to sound the alarm when we see policies and actions that are inconsistent with our Judeo-Christian values. After all, we are not engaging here in appointments of overlords, but we are electing you to an office which holds the honor of our collectivity for the purpose of enabling us to be a better people and have a better place in which to live out our dreams and our aspirations. Instead of behaving like demagogues and tyrants of his day, Jesus commended himself as an example. The Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. I close by inviting you to understand this. The true leader is someone who focuses not on self. The true leader is not one who asks, "What is in it for me?" like James and John, but one who asks of us, "What can I do for you? What can I do for your household? What can I do for your community? What can I do for your district? And what can I do for the territory to improve the life of all who reside here?" A true leader gives himself or herself and has the heart of a servant. Do not think that the territory owes you something, either recognition or status or perks, just because you campaigned and got the right tally. The question, are you willing to undertake the community service to those who elected you?
Ahead of the sitting, tensions were high in some sections as there were talks of attempts to have a new speaker to sit over the Fifth House of Assembly. Sighs of relief were loud when Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Whitley, nominated, and leader of his loyal opposition, Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton, seconded the motion for Honorable Corinne George Massicott to return to the position.
I rise to nominate Mrs. Corinne George Massicott as Speaker. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Madam Clerk, I rise to second the motion.
In accordance with Standing Order Number 4 of the Standing Orders of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands, I declare Corinne George Massicott elected as Speaker, and I now call upon the Premier to move a motion that Corinne George Massicott do take the chair as Speaker of the House of Assembly.
Madam Clerk, I rise to move a motion that Mrs. Corinne George Massicott take the chair as Speaker.
Madam Clerk, I rise to second that motion.
I, Corinne George Massicott, do swear that I will well and truly serve His Majesty King Charles III and the people of the Virgin Islands in the office of Speaker, so help me God.
Honorable George Massicott was first appointed to the seat of Speaker of the House of Assembly in 2022 after the fall of the Andrew A. Foy premiership, which led to the formation of the Government of National Unity. Julian Willock was at the time serving as the Honorable Speaker of the House and was made to resign the post, which resulted in the appointment of Honorable George Massicott. This time she is sworn in for a full 4-year term. Having taken the oath of office, she commenced presiding over the first sitting of the 5th House of Assembly, one which kick-started on a challenging note, the nomination of a member to serve as her deputy. Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Whitley, nominated his junior Minister for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Luz Hodges-Smith. But quick on his feet, challenging that nomination, was Leader of the Opposition and the Territorial at-Large Representative, Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton. After a short recess of the House, this was the outcome.
While I did have my ruling, I will allow the Premier to rise at this time.
Madam Speaker, upon review, it is indeed correct that section 69(5) applies as junior ministers as ministers in the 2015 amendment to the Constitution. We therefore withdraw our nominee, Honorable Luz Hodges-Smith, and will support the nominee, Honorable Stacey Mather.
In accordance with Standing Order Number 5 of the Standing Orders of this Honorable House, I now declare Honorable Stacey Mather as Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Mather, a first-time legislator, amassed the highest number of at-large votes at the April 24, 2023 general elections, and in his first address to the House, he had a sharp message. Here's an extract.
As a new member of this House, it is without prejudice that I say that I am here to work, and will work with all to address concerns of our people and the future of our country. I ask that you all join me in ensuring that the legacy of the 5th House of Assembly be one of camaraderie that is genuinely aimed towards benefiting all of our people. Let us not allow party politics and selfish agendas to derail us from providing the leadership that our country deserves. We have an opportunity to give those that will come in House of Assemblies after us a stronger foundation on which to build. In order to do so, we must educate and involve our people in the processes of how we will get there. Therefore, I publicly challenge both the government and the opposition to better communicate among ourselves, and in do so, properly engage and inform our people. As I sit here today and in many more sessions to come, I implore all of us to recognize that we are not an elite group, but rather the servants of our people. To the people of the Virgin Islands, from the youngest to the eldest that have placed your hopes in me, I am grateful and aware of your expectations. I will do my utmost to represent you well. To the youth of the territory, my people, I urge you to not let your voices be silenced. Let your outcry for a better Virgin Islands be across all party lines and make it louder than it has ever been. Hold your leaders, all of us, accountable. Do not go quiet in the next 4 years and wait for another election. The change we want to see will not come without constant chanting from every corner across our territory. I ask that you never let the vision for our people be chained with the words that we are a small territory and we cannot do it. Let it be that because we are small, we will make it happen.
Honorable Mather sits on the opposition side of the House. He is one of 4 first-time legislators in the 5th House of Assembly. The others sit as ministers on the government side. Deputy Premier and Minister for Financial Services, Labour and Trade, Honorable Lorna G. Smith. Junior Minister for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Luz Hodges-Smith. And Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries, Dr. the Honorable Carl Dawson.
I recognize that this role is very important and significant to the growth and development of our territory, with tourism being one of our 2 economic pillars. I take these responsibilities very serious, and I pledge to give my all and to work with everyone to ensure results are garnered in these areas. The irony of it all, though, is that the advancement of the 4th District plays an intricate role in the safeguarding of our cultural and historical heritage and enhancing our tourism product. There is still so much more to be done in District 4. However, I recognize the infrastructural work and other works that have already been started and in some cases completed in the district. And I look forward to the continued efforts to transform the district, especially the capital road town, into a clean, pedestrian-friendly, safe, noise-free, and with ample parking and a green environment.
I believe that the opportunity is now for the first district, in fact, to be first. And I believe all the other districts would say the same. I believe that we can lead the way in issues related to waste management and the environment. We can lead in tourism and product development. We can lead the way in culture, fisheries and agriculture, and we can lead in community engagement and community spirit. There's a spirit of togetherness and hunger for better things ahead that makes this the right time for me. As relates to fisheries and agriculture, I thank the Premier for giving me the opportunity to work in these two areas that are critical to your future. I have already begun consultations with individuals across the territory, and group meetings are being planned. I am encouraged by both fisheries and agriculture that there are entrepreneurs committed to the fields and are poised to move forward with improved technology and management.
Madam Speaker, one of the early things I would like to do is to hold an early meeting with all of the banks to not only make sure that they improve the services that they provide in loan finance, but also the wider services that they provide. I will not stop my discussion with them until they provide services to the sister islands, Jos Van Dyke and Anegada especially, and at least a functioning automatic teller machine.
Now back in the House of Assembly after they were voted out at the 2019 general elections are Honorables Ronnie W. Skelton and Myron V. Walwyn.
Madam Speaker, the small businesses in our country are on life support. These businesses have not caught themselves from as early as 2017. Madam Speaker, a shame that have some of us still opened. The business community needs a boost. We must reinstate the National Business Bureau and place it on legislative footing so that it becomes a permanent feature in our governmental system. Businesses need access to capital in the form of low-interest loans and grants, and they need technical support and training. There are many persons, particularly our young people, and I have a lot of them in District 6, who have great ideas but need the support to bring them to life. These are things that a good government should be helping with. We must revisit the encouragement of industries ordinance and the hotel aid ordinance so that we can provide greater opportunities and benefits to spur on entrepreneurship in all areas of our economy. Madam Speaker, I'm asking and raising these issues not to be difficult, but to arrest our consciousness of the BVI's fierce urgency of now.
Madam Speaker, the institutions of this country need our attention. We treat, and I've been looking at it, and it didn't start from the last government, it starts from government before. If we don't build the institutions of this country, we can't go nowhere talking about total internal self-government. This House should be the primary institutions of this country. We cannot continue to take this House in a light manner, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it's important for us to understand that there is the House of Assembly, the Cabinet, which is the executive, and the judiciary. If we set meetings for 10 o'clock, Madam Speaker, I can guarantee you I will be here. You and I will be here. I believe in time. So I would like my colleagues to assist me in not wasting my time. To be here on time and let us get the government business, the people's business done, and let us move on.
Now for Digicel Sports Calendar.
I'm Digicel Brand Ambassador Dean, the Sportsman Greenaway. What's going on? Our outage and Albion's Hot Shot will kick off playing the Virgin Islands Softball Baseball Association League at 7:30 p.m. at the Ewalwyn Bruley Softball Park on Friday. Saturday at 6, Synergy and West End Warriors. At 8, No Fair versus West Mapsters. Sunday at 5, Lady Wings and Problems. And at 7, Pirates and Storm. And coming up in road racing, the Caribbean Insurance Limited 5K Run Walk is set for 5:30 a.m. on Saturday from the Queen Elizabeth Park to Port Purcell and back.
Dean, you know, as always, is one of the biggest run walk. We are looking forward to the community to come out and support this run walk for this cause. We have quite a few prizes. Overall winner, youngest participant, oldest participant, most creative group, winning team, winning family, largest participation group, and we have even food vouchers for the family group. Registration starts on site at the Queen Elizabeth Park at 5 a.m., but you can pre-register online or at the CIL office before the event, and the race starts at 5:30. It's easier to pre-register and get your number in advance. The morning you just come with your numbers on all ready to start.
Now let's look at track and field.
There are 2 sessions in the Dag Samuels Development Series starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday with the hammer throw and high jump. The afternoon session at 2 will find a long jump, discus and shot put. Track events will also be held, starting with the 800 meters and ending with the 4x100 meter relay. Admission is $1 for children, $3 at the gate, and $10 for inside parking. Games in the Virgin Islands Volleyball Association League will see a Junior Division All-Star game at 4 p.m. on Saturday. At 5, it's Hawks and HLSCC in a Women's B Division game. 6:30, it's Dream Team and Rap Power in a men's game. And at 8 p.m., Kiss My Ace and Rap Power in a Women's A Division game. Sunday at 5, Phoenix Blue versus Who's Next in a Women's B Division game. 6:30, Elite and Phoenix Red in a Women's A Division game. And at 8 p.m., Guns and Phoenix in a men's game.
And coming up in BVI Cricket Association play.
With Royal Nice pulling out of the tournament, the BVI Cricket Association has scheduled its finals for Sunday. Under the Tree and Rising Stars will meet in Game 1 at 10 a.m. and Cavaliers and Vikings at 2 p.m. All this action will go down in Greenland.
And coming up in BVI Football Association men's action.
The only game in town in the BVI Football Association League will see Wooluse and Virgin Gorda United fighting for the President's Cup. This will go off at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday in Greenland. Awards from the league and the President's Cup will be doled out after the game. That's the Digicel SportsMax Sports Calendar. I'm Brand Ambassador Dean, the Sportsman Greenaway. You want to get something you are doing covered in sports? Hit me up at 340-3545.
We urge you to continue to follow us here and on our other social media platforms, including our website, jahphixtelevision.com. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Front Row. I'm Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Opiate. Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. A vote for Cowboy is a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.